Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is like a real impromptu live. So I understand if quite a few of you guys did not get the notifications. For some reason, I cannot see my chat over on YouTube. So let me see. I'm not sure what the heck is going on, but I can't see it. Don't know if you guys can see it or not. But we are here to talk about Potomac. Okay, we are going to get into Potomac in just a second. All right, cool. I think I see a little something here. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining me. I just came on real quick so that we can talk about Potomac because there has been some tea that has been dropped. There's been some new details that has come out about a few of the ladies of the cast. Shout out to TVDs, okay? Shout out to them because they let us know about an altercation that took place between girl, and I get this, Ashley Darby's friend, Miss Deborah. Yes, the same woman that came to the front and decided to, give us some lies is what I'll say. I was gonna say some negative talk, but Miss Girl really came in and she gave us some lies about Mr. Chris Bassett. All right. And also between Miss Keiana, who's a new member to the cast, or at least she's just a friend of the show, and she happens to be Dr. Wendy Osefo's friend. Now this is gonna be real interesting because I'm glad that Dr. Wendy finally got a friend on the show. And my concern is with this whole brawl that took place and how it's being worded, it appears as though it could possibly be Keiana's fault. It makes me question how hard Gizelle is going to go to once again, have Wendy out there on her own in so many words. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. I do want to share the screen so that we can get into this article written by the TVDs, who typically gets a lot of details from I'm sorry, I thought I popped that up. Who typically gets a lot of details from people and stuff when it comes down to Real Housewives of Potomac. They typically get a lot of tea, and usually their stuff be accurate. I feel like their stuff be more accurate than when it comes to Housewives. When it comes to Potomac, I feel like they be more on point with Potomac than a lot of other shows. That's just what I think. But we are going to get into this article. What's up, everybody? Somebody said, "Hold up, I thought Potomac and Garcia." And Garcia said they don't fight their Monique show. What? Let me start over. Hold up. I thought Potomac and Garcia, or do you mean Gizelle? Said they don't fight their Monique show. You talk about me fighting with about that. And if okay, yeah, see, girl, I don't know what it's giving. But yikes. But let's get into the article though. All right. So they're saying Real Housewives of Potomac friends Deborah and Keiana brawl at season 8 filming. Okay. They're saying there was an all-out brawl. This is what they're saying that it is. And I am going to pull up the Instagram where TVDs ended up showing us a little something. So let me get that up too. So when it's time, we can hop over and I can share like a clip of the video of what they're showing. Now, I don't know if we got the tail end, but from what I saw, it was not necessarily giving a brawl for real, for real. But who knows? Maybe they caught the tail end of things. All right. But they're saying there was an all out brawl during filming of season 8 of Real Housewives of Potomac earlier tonight, which was July 13th. Okay. They're saying that sources are telling TVDs exclusively that friends of the cast are the ones to blame. Now, when they first made this post for me, I was like, I'm not really interested in seeing the drama between friends of the show. So if y'all decide that y'all want to edit that out, I promise it's going to be okay with me. Because number one, why is Deborah here? Why is Deborah back? Number one. But we already know. I feel like this young lady was brought on the show to be a minion for Miss Ashley Darby. Ashley and Candiace have been at odds since they've been on this damn show. And I feel like Ashley may not necessarily be the one to stick it to Miss Candiace. So she'll use her good friend Deborah. And Deborah, who's dying to have a piece of attention, will do just that. And we could tell that just from how she came on the show when she first had her sit down with Ashley at Ashley's condo. She started asking all these questions about Candiace. And I was just kind of like, are you sure trying to be out in the business when it comes to Candiace? Later on, we understood and we saw what the motive was at a later time, But anywho, So let's continue to read on. My first question is, why the hell is Deborah here? Okay. But they're saying, according to our rock solid insiders, Keiana Stewart and Deborah Williams were involved in a shocking physical confrontation at the lunch party for Ashley, Darby, and Gizelle Bryant's new active line wear. Okay. With Candiace, Dillard, Bassett in the middle of the mayhem. Y'all would say Candiace was in the middle of it. Okay. But let's talk about a few things here. Okay, in this little section. First of all, Keiana Stewart. I don't know what conversations you've had with other people, but I'll be very honest. Although I like Wendy, I like Candiace, and all of that. My question to you is, Keiana, were you doing the most to get a bit of camera time? And I ask that because a lot of women that come on the show as friends of, they always feel the need to do that extraness, i.e. Courtney on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So are you coming in for that? Did you think that's what production would want to see, and then you just went overboard? I'm wondering if you may know, because again, we only know the small details of what they're giving us in this article. We don't really know a ton of history between the ladies, right? Keiana might be familiar with Deborah from a previous time or something, and maybe she got loud and threatening with Candiace. I don't know if she came over into the conversation just to eavesdrop. Deborah could have said some things. They exchanged words, and then the fight happened. We're not really sure the true details. We'll continue to get into the article, but I feel like it's a lot of different layers, and I feel like I'm gonna have to sit back like I do with a lot of stuff and just see how this plays out to really see like what's going on before I place blame all on Deborah, place it all on Keiana, place it all on Ashley, or place it all on Candiace. For real. I just need to see like what's going on, even though we know why Miss Deborah is there. Okay. So yeah, that's one of my questions, Keiana girl. Were you sliding in there to do the most in that moment? Because what I did know, and from what I've read, okay, and we'll get more into that, Candiace was having a solo conversation with Deborah, and then Keiana came in on it. So if you decided to come in on that, it's like, you could have really stayed over there because the conversation didn't even involve you. Why did you involve yourself in that? So I'm just wondering, I'm on the outside now. I don't know. We got to see how they're going to edit it. We got to see how everything plays out if they actually decide to bring this to us, because it's giving, these are what I want to say, I'll say C string. Girl, I don't even want to say second. Girl, they giving third string cast members. So for me, yes, this is a big thing to talk about right now because it's Potomac news. But at the same time, they ain't even no major players of the show for us to truly, honestly give a damn about what happened between them. High key. Okay. It's just something to report on and for us to have a small discussion. Do I want to see it on the show? Not necessarily. I could care less. But let's keep going. All right. The other piece that I wanted to add, Gizelle, knock, who's there? It's me, girl. I got some questions. Step outside. I ain't gonna hurt you. I just want to have some questions. I just want to talk. Can we talk? And Ashley, come outside for a little bit too. I'm not gonna hold you long. You can go back inside. I just have a question. If you already have your own active wear line, why are you doing one with Gizelle? I remember going to your website last year and I saw that you have like a, your own athletic line or whatever you do, because I think you do yoga. You're really into that. So you already have that going for yourself. I don't know why it's not on the show, possibly because the show might get a percentage of you promoting it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'd say let the show get a percentage. Hell, Michael already getting a percentage off you. So you might as well just, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and let the show get a piece of it too. But Ashley, why are you doing something? Why are you doing this with Gizelle? Huh? Why is you partner? It's giving y'all just doing this for a storyline. I don't even know if it's gonna go nowhere. And just you could go back inside. Yeah, that's all I wanted. When you think about what that answer gonna be, you can come back outside and let me know, or just send me an email. But Gizelle, have a seat. What's going on? No, I'm just asking you a question because what I'm really trying to see is why you feel like you can't do shit on your own. Oh, because every hue failed. That's what it was. Oh, okay. So it wasn't a success. You fell flat on your. Oh, okay. So you tired of falling on your ass by yourself. Right. Okay. Got you. So Jamal let you down, and then every hue let you down. So now you just decided that you just gonna stick with the ladies of the show. Okay. I was just trying to understand what's going on because you done sat up here and you done went and did this joint podcast with Robyn. And then now you want to intrude on what Miss Ashley got going on, and you want to partner on some athletic stuff over there. And we know that you don't even work out or do none of that. You be struggling in the little athletics things they do give us. I'm just trying to understand. So, okay, well, you said that every you failed, so you tired of being accountable by yourself, basically. I got it. I feel like I would have liked it more if you would have did something with your daughters. Maybe. I mean, you didn't have to do anything with Ashley. Go and do something with your daughters. Like, I mean, but I understand if you don't want to stand on your own no more, girl. I get it, child. I get it. So you feel like the darker skin make you look a fool, so you decided to lean more on the lighter skin because it's better privilege. Well, okay, well then, that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. I was just trying to get an understanding. I'm not even gonna hold you. You can go back inside. I just had a few questions. That's all. No worries. Go ahead. Go back inside. No, ma'am. I cannot guarantee that I am going to support you. Absolutely, and I cannot promise you that. I'm so sorry. I don't fuck with Ashley anyway, and she knows that. Okay. So I might listen to a podcast here or there, but I'm probably not gonna buy into that. Girl, I would get a hat from Robyn before I buy anything from y'all. Okay, but let me go ahead and scoot over then. So, anywho, let's continue to get into what the rest of this article is saying. All right. So they're saying Deborah and Candiace had been talking not been talking SHI about each other all night. So Deborah and Candiace been talking shit about each other all night. This is what a source close to production on the Real Housewives of Potomac cast told, well, not on the cast, but Real Housewives of Potomac production. This is what they told TVDs exclusively. Now, Deborah and Candiace talking SHI about each other all night. Candiace, no ma'am. No, ma'am. It's giving just a little bit, and I need you to understand this, okay? It's giving a little bit, in my opinion, Tasha K, Cardi B. I'm not finna address a hoe that owe me money. You feel I'm not finna go back and forth with you, bitch. Pay me my money, right? So when it comes to you and Deborah, you know this whole line, so I'm not even finna go back and forth with a bitch that got caught lying on national television. Girl, your credibility is shot. There's not a fucking thing you can say to me. On top of that, you're only using me. I'm the one that has the flute. I'm the one that has, I'm first string, whatever the case is. They're going to make accommodations for me. For me, you're going to get in where you fit in. I'm not going to address you. I will not be coming off my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. And that's what I need you to get. That's what I need you to get. You already know why she's there. She could talk SHI all night. Let her continue to talk it. Pay her dust is what I would love for you to do. But you wouldn't be Candiace if you did that. Girl, I just want you to ignore her like you did such a good job this past season, really ignoring Gizelle for the most part, and you lit her ass up at the reunion. You feel what I'm saying? But like Deborah, girl, she wouldn't be able to. I just wouldn't be able to. Like, girl, who's talking? Girl, you need to get on your Karen Huger. Do you hear something? Who's talking? That sounds like something Karen would say, right? So then they go on to say Candiace was confronting Deborah about what she had been saying about Chris Bassett. And so this is when Keiana walked up and got herself involved. And that is what makes me question some things, Keiana. I have to be honest at this point. I don't know how it's going to play out on the show, but in this moment, it's giving Courtney, Real Housewives of Atlanta. You decided to chime in, add your 2 cents because likely the camera was focused on Candiace and this other young lady. Now, it could end up being that you truly have a beef with Deborah, and that beef could go beyond just you and Candiace. It could be you never liked this from a situation that happened a while back, right? So I get that. And if not, and it has something, to do with Candiace, then that high key ain't your battle, but shout out to you for kind of having her back. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like sometimes the other ladies may do a pile on, depending on who it is. So, yeah, but still, were you seeking camera time or were you genuinely not fucking with this chick and somebody need to tell her about herself? Right? But let's continue to go on because I wouldn't have been talking to this bitch for what? Like, girl, Ashley brought you on this show. Let Ashley struggle to keep your ass on this show, bitch. But you're not finna be on this show because of me. Dust. What else is going on? And then if I know a whole lot on my I'm not finna play with you. For what? America has already saw you for who you are. So anyway, They say, as Real Housewives of Potomac fans are well aware, Deborah appeared in a scene with Ashley during season 7 where she accused Chris of flirting with and making a pass at her, which he has repeatedly denied. TV deets, which I'll also need to put in here, which has been proven to be false based on what the camera footage has already shown us. Okay. So now they're letting us know that Keiana, who is joining Real Housewives of Potomac season 8 as a friend to Wendy Osefo, was the one to throw the first punch. This is what they're saying. She was the one to throw the first punch, but it was Deborah who may end up with the last laugh. As it was being said that Keiana ended up going to the hospital, from my understanding. All right. Now they're saying, according to sources, Deborah ate Keiana up, reveals a Potomac insider, explaining that Keiana's getting involved only made things worse, and Deborah definitely won. All right. They're saying, according to their insiders, Deborah is not set to appear as an official cast member on the new season of the show and was only in attendance due to the event being for Ashley's new business. So it seems like we won't be seeing Deborah on the show. For real, for real. But because Ashley had this event, she can invite who she wants. She chose to invite her. My thing is, if y'all have not been seeing Deborah, Candiace, why even approach this lady on anything that she's saying? If this bitch ain't been getting no camera time, and granted, maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't know how much camera time she's gotten or hasn't gotten. But if I know I have not filmed with this bitch and she happens to be at this show, I'm not going to address you about nothing that you said when cameras have proven that you are a dog-faced ass lie. A Sesame Street ass lie. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna play with you. So let's keep going. They're saying that the brawl wasn't the only notable moment from the night. However, as another insider reveals, Candiace also exchanged words with Mia Thornton. Listen, I'm not surprised by that. Y'all know how flip-floppy Mia can be. Y'all know how flip-floppy Mia can be. 1 minute she'll tell you how much she love you, and then next thing you know, she's saying some off-the-wall type shit. Okay, so girl, I'm not surprised if they had some exchange of words. I think that's going to be something that's going to continue to happen between the ladies. All right. They said if Ashley and Gizelle wanted to make a splash with their new activewear line, this is certainly one way to do it. I'm sure they probably were pissed, in my opinion, based on, how everything happened. I'm sure they were pretty pissed, or they're going to pretend to be pissed, and they're going to use this, especially Gizelle, as a reason to come at Wendy and say, your friend did this, your friend did that, you ruined our event, you owe us that apology. Okay, that's what it sounds like it's going to be given. You owe us an apology on behalf of your friend messing up our function. She can't come around the group. She can't be around the group. She's a this, she's a that, she's a risk, she's a that, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even say in this moment whether they right or they wrong, because we'll have to watch the show to see how things kind of, really play out for real, for real. And I only say that because I still have that question of, Keiana, where you doing the most? On some Courtney stuff, because you so happy to be in front of the cameras and you wanted to make it legendary and you wanted to be remembered. I don't know. I would love to be Team Keiana, as I've typically been Team Candiace and Wendy. But as of now, I don't have enough facts to really know what was truly going on in that moment or how they're going to handle it. But based on what I know about Gizelle, I can see that. I can see that. I can see Gizelle trying to figure out a way to make Wendy the problem here. And I don't even know if Wendy was at the party. I feel like Wendy probably wasn't even invited. So then that's another question. I don't know if she was there. I would love to find out details about whether she was there. But if Gizelle don't like Wendy, she probably didn't invite her. We do know that Ashley, last time we checked, kind of liked Wendy. So maybe she did get an invitation. Maybe she was there. But Candiace was over there handling her own, and Keiana jumped into it. So it's going to be interesting how the fans also, make Candiace the problem. Even though she's the one having her own solo conversation. But this lady decided that she wanted to jump in on her own merit. I still feel like the conversation didn't need to be had with a liar. Let her do her thing. She already got her rep. You feel what I'm saying? So this right here is the video that I'm about to show you guys that's over on TV Deeds. And let me see if we can get any audio, because I don't know if there's audio on here. Oh no, girl, they're playing the princess song in the background. That looked like Keiana walking out in the blue. It looks like Mia is in the, oh, I do see Wendy. I see Wendy in the back. I see Mia looks like she's wearing the yellow. It looks like they may have grabbed this young lady, Keiana, and walked her out, but I'm not necessarily seeing Deborah. It looks like Karen got kind of pushed to the back. Candiace is kind of like being pushed. Candiace kind of looks a little disheveled, like shocked or whatever's going on. Wendy definitely kind of looks shocked in the back. So I'm not sure, but that definitely looks like Keiana that could be escorted out of the mix. But where is the person that y'all said may have won out of everybody, which happens to be Miss Deborah? Where is Deborah? Did y'all get her out of there first, or did she go further to the back or something? Some stuff definitely went down. Girl, y'all had production having to step in because they didn't have security on set. Girl, not y'all finna sit up here and have this like some of these love and hip hop shows where they gonna have to have security on set. I've been seeing quite a few comments where people have found this to be a bit distasteful and feel like when you get to result into these different fights on the show, it makes the franchise kind of go down. So I'm like, keep in mind though, these people are not main cast members. So it may not even make it to the show. But it could possibly make it to the show, maybe a little glimpse of it or a little something, if Gizelle and them try and make this all Wendy's fault in some shape or form, and possibly Candiace's fault in some shape or form. But nobody wanted to acknowledge when y'all raggedy ass friend Deborah was sitting over here lying. Oh, we know Gizelle wasn't gonna do that because you was over there lying too, girl. I cannot. The girls was definitely down there tussling. Now, like I told y'all earlier when we first talked on this live, I said that I didn't necessarily see a brawl. So we must have caught the aftermath of stuff. So I don't know if it was a brawl or if it just was a little altercation, a little difference, but whatever it was, it is being alleged that Keiana is in the hospital, is what the people are alleging. So we shall definitely wait and see what's going on. Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Some people say, so let me get this straight. Wendy's friend, in all caps, girl, the fact that they put this in all caps lets me know exactly where they're going. She finna be the problem. They said Wendy's friend got physical and violent. Okay, let's see if Candiace and Wendy have the same energy for her that they had for Monique. Possibly. They may possibly have that same energy. They may also have that same energy for Deborah. Possibly. Okay. Somebody says, child, now Potomac gonna be known as the ghetto of the Real Housewives franchise. Not necessarily. And I want y'all to cut that SHI out. Now that I think about it, let's get into it. These are friends of the show. These are not main cast members. And I know y'all not talking about the ghetto of the franchise as if Miss Portia Williams did not legit drag Kenya and did not get into a fight on a damn boat. Hello? With Cynthia Bailey. And then either Cynthia kicked her in the, I think Cynthia kicked Portia in the coup de soir. All these little things Portia has done on Real Housewives that y'all still sitting over here hollering for Portia to come back and for her to return. Y'all gonna really sit up there and act like y'all wasn't seeing her fall out on the ground on Portia Family Matters talking about some, he touched my family. He touched my family. And they over there jumping. Then it's her baby daddy. Like, girl, no, that's ghetto. That's ghetto. Calm down. Calm down. We seen one fight of Potomac on the damn TV show. One fight. Everything else was a little tussle here or there. Maybe objects could have been thrown or broken. But don't be trying to, like, girl, cut it out. And y'all still over here hollering for damn Portia to be on the show like she's classy base. Knowing she done got married to that lady husband and sitting over here switching and changing it on social media to convince y'all that they're the ideal couple and they're a piece of couple goals. Girl, sit it the down. Absolutely not. Child, not the ladies who don't condone violence. They got Real Housewives of Potomac looking like the most hypocritical franchise to ever be. Yikes. Judging by the comments, physical violence is now okay. The fans pick and choose their morals. I agree with that. Also, why is Wendy friends with a violent individual when she is against violence? Now, let's be honest here, okay? Now, y'all reaching. Everybody in this world has the capacity to be violent. That doesn't mean that that girl walks around in that same space like she's just a violent person or she going around violating people. And then you putting this off on her and she's a newbie, but where your mouth been at when it came to Robyn? Where did y'all place y'all mouth at when Robyn was out here running the fucking mug? Putting hands in people's face, have umbrellas up to people's neck. I can't remember if Monique had it up to Robyn's or what the hell it was. So where was that energy at then, girl? Listen though, the fans is definitely going to make the season a very interesting one because they have the most flip-floppy, hypocritical fans in the entire fucking world. You know what I'm saying? They do. And they really lean in on, if it's a person they do not like, they really lean in on always making that person the issue. In whatever, even if they not wrong at all, they lean in and figure out a way for that person to always be the issue instead of looking at it from different sides. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all gonna do what y'all want to do because that's just how y'all is. That's how y'all is. And y'all talking about how hypocritical and ghetto these ladies are, but y'all gonna be the ones tuning in. That's the thing for me. And because of y'all, they're going to get a new season. And they're going to get bigger checks. Yikes. Somebody says, well, Mia didn't get any smoke for throwing drinks and bags at Wendy. The GEB actually condoned that type of behavior because it happened to Wendy. Now, let's see how hypocritical they're going to be since girl is Wendy's friend. Flip-floppy. It's giving fickle, just like y'all fans. But I had to come over here and just chit chat with y'all real quick, and let you all know what's really been going on out here in these Potomac streets and things. Okay, the girls are brawling, but it ain't no main cast members. So how important is it? All right, you guys go ahead and let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I am Jamie, that's me. If you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram and Threads at JamiThatsMe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.